Hey tubers, Bart coming at you. Happy New Year's. I should have gotten around to this a day or two ago, but things are piling up. And it's time to share mail day. Got some good stuff, and I think it's in here. Should be a monster in here somewhere. There it is. I just got nervous there. So yeah, we'll get into it. Crown Royale rookie Terrell Owens. I have this in a PSA 10, but I got a little side thing that I've been doing, and it was on pause. And I saw the pieces of it in a box, and I was like, all right, let me finish it up. It makes a good display. It is the Crown Royale, guys. I'll put them in magnetics. So there's Kurt Warner's rookie from '99. Crown Royale. Let's see if I got any more crowns in this pile here. Yep, there's the Tony Gonzalez. I had about 8 or so already. Like Sapp and Curtis Martin and a couple of others. Hines Ward. Because I assume he's going to make the Hall of Fame. But I like to have, that's a little PC thing to collect anyway, but I like to have display capabilities of cool stuff, but that isn't necessarily valuable. Because I don't want every, I don't have displays up right now because I'm stuck in the basement as of a couple months ago. But this summer when we move again, I'll get another room again and have places to actually hang up things. And I don't like every display case to just be boatloads of money sitting up on the wall. I like to have a couple of them there. There's some money there, right? Because it's nice stuff. But some of them I just like to, I like the aesthetics and the hobby side of it without just straight, value sitting on the wall, and little side pieces like that can do it. Let's see. Picked up 3 singles of this guy. Quentin Nelson, guard from the Colts. I think 2 out of 3 look gradable, so I'll make sure the surfaces are good there. I think he hit his 8th Pro Bowl this year, and it might have been 8 in a row. For a guard, that's pretty tremendous. Compared to his contemporaries right now, that's really tremendous. Check out this upgrade. Gino Marchetti, PSA 7. I had a nice 6, so I'll get to send that off to consignment now. But my big goal for the year, based on the ability to pick up one of these earlier purchases, is to get as high as I can in the First Ballot Hall of Fame for football registry set. I'm number 11. I've already jumped up about 4 or 3 spots. I was at 14, maybe 15, till this past month, and I've jumped a couple, and here's a big pointer one that I picked up. It was all kicked off by a consignment that did very well, better than I thought. And so then it was, anytime I do like that, it's kind of like new money into my collection. I have increments that I feed into it, but when there's just new money that was unexpected, uncalculated for, I force myself to take advantage. I need a bigger card that I wouldn't necessarily get under my normal routine pickups and routine flow of money into the hobby, if you will. So that's what I did. We'll get to that one in a pile though in a minute. Picked up this Stafford. I thought this was super reasonable for about $300 in a PSA 10. I had this in a 9. We'll see if he played his way out of an MVP. I still don't think so, because he's having a tremendous year. 37 years old. He's got 40,000 yards, 60,000 yards passing. Excuse me, 400 TDs. The 4 got me. 60,000 yards passing. And he'll get a Pro Bowl, maybe even like a. We'll see what the first team or second team All-Pro looks like. I bet he could at least pull a second team All-Pro out of it. Doesn't have a lot of Pro Bowls in his career. He's only got 2 up to this point, but going to be a Hall of Famer someday with those types of numbers and everything. So a PSA 10, when you compare these to his other quarterbacks of the day, that was a steal. So I thought that was a wise buy at the time, and it looks like it was, at least for the near term, as those are going up. I did not pay the sticker price for this. There's 2 stickers on it. One says 64, one says 100. I didn't pay 100, I know that much. But Chandler Jones, D-tackle, not an exorbitant amount of stats, but in specific games, he's been an actual absolute wrecking ball, and he's got 8 Pro Bowls now as well. And for a defensive tackle to be a consistent Pro Bowler, that's a big deal because there's not a whole lot of guys doing that. So finally got around to picking up the Chris Jones. He does not have a prism of that year, so Optic is the way to go. Here we go. 3 more of those crowns. The Peyton. I think I'm pretty much done with that PC. I'm not. We'll see if I try to chase after, because I don't know the status of LaDainian and Drew Brees. That was Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison. I know there's auto versions of them out there. I haven't gone hunting, honestly, that hard about them. It's just, hey, these are cheap and available of Hall of Famers, so I snag them up. You know, like $5. Obviously, the Peyton was about 20. Check this bad boy out. Here it is. This is what I told myself. Hey, that consignment went really well for you. You need to take advantage. And so I got a whole lot of collecting goals out there. A lot of big cards still to get, even though I got some big cards in the PC. And it was, what was I going to do? And I just really felt like I needed a nicer Jim Brown rookie. I had a PSA 3. It wasn't bad. It was a nice 3. But I wanted a bigger one. And it just didn't make sense next to some of my other cards if I'm spending more money on people that mean a lot less to me in the PC, on their rookies or something like that, than a Jim Brown. So upgraded my Jim Brown. Real happy with that. That was a good number of points in that first Ballot Hall of Fame set as well, which then enabled me to check and set new goals on what could happen in that set. So my chase is, I want to be in the top 10, so I'm chasing number 9 just to kind of save that spot, if that makes sense. Give my little self a little buffer there. But real proud of that. Picked up the Marvin Harrison in a PSA 10. His Hoff rookie there. That's a nice one. Upgraded first Ballot Hall of Famer Tony Gonzalez to a 10 from my 9 that I had. And then one baseball, always chipping away at these rookies. This one took a while. I swear I bought this before Thanksgiving, but it took a while to show up through authentication and all those things. But Jim Rice, a rookie from 75 Tops in a PSA 8. That's what I got for you. And if I can get more time, I know it's the first already, but I want to do like a top 10 of 2025 video or something like that. It was a good year for me. Consignments did well as I pared down the collection of things that aren't necessary. But they still do well at auction, so can't complain about that. So yeah, done real well this year, and I think I'll show that off if I get a chance to. I'm glad the kids didn't come running down and screaming and hollering in these 8 minutes. So Happy New Year. Watch some football. Niners Saturday night. Let's see what we got. Later.